oceans. You can put us a nice little background in the back and
You know,
chop it up.
When you had the ocean, when you had I go to sleep to that. I go to sleep to ocean sounds. That's my
all
thing.
You need is the sound in the background.
Yeah, man. That's what man. Yo, turn it up to 14. I'm knocked out, bro. I'm a baby. I'm baby. I'm telling you, man. It was weird. So I have a rare kidney disease, right?
Okay.
Came out of nowhere. It was like a lottery ticket. I just got it. Right.
Is it perhaps called nephrosis?
No,
okay.
It's oh man, it's like fundamental skull. It's a long name. It's called FSGS.
Okay.
So the synopsis of it is like there's things that are in your kidneys that sift through good and bad proteins.
Gotcha.
And one of my kidneys, they was just like, nah, we ain't working no more. And so they just. Yeah, it was out of nowhere, and it was crazy because it happened at a time where I had lost a copious amount of weight, like it was over like 90 pounds.
Okay.
So I was getting down. I got a nutritionist. I should have consulted my doctor. Didn't do that. Always consult your doctor. Okay. I got a nutritionist to get me down to lose that last like 38 pounds. That was gonna, put me down to 200, and then got that. But he gave me a bunch of protein stuff. Well, since the things in my kidneys don't sift through the good and bad proteins, I was just stacking up.
Right.
So it was just a copious amount of stuff, and I gained like 30, 40 pounds, like nothing. It was crazy. It was like in a month. It was just, and then I went to the doctor, thought I had COVID. My girl actually took me to the doctor. I thought I had COVID, and then from there, they was like, "Now you got a rare kidney disease."
Gotcha.
So right in the midst of all that, it was
Got you. Okay. And then, so how have you evolved since then? Like everything.
You know what's funny? So this, I'm glad you asked me that. So this actually kind of started me off as pushing more videos because I was already doing reaction videos. The whole reaction videos thing started from I was doing music before. Was really going hard with that. I'm from Seattle, Washington, so I was doing a lot of stuff over there. We were touring with Tech9. We were doing a bunch of stuff. I moved over here. In the midst of me moving over here, years later, my mom passes. As I'm, still doing music, trying to figure out LA. Well, I didn't really know how to write music at the time. It was, writer's block and all that stuff. And somehow I just kind of transitioned into comedy.
Right.
Because like laughing was everything for me. And then I started dropping videos every here and there. And then when it started picking up, I was like, oh, okay. I'll keep doing this. But Flash 2, me in the hospital, I'm in the nightgown, I'm in the gown in the hospital. I was like, I'm about to start dropping like 10, 15 videos a day. And I just went rapid fire, bro. Right. I was, like my friends were coming up to me and be like, bro, I might have to delete you because you messing up my algorithm. You know what I'm saying?
I'm not getting the fat booty chicks
Yeah.
It's like funny videos.
Because you got to think about it though. Like, say you at work, right? You get on your break at lunch. Right. You look at your phone, and I drop 10 to 15 videos, and it goes off like who's really pushing. So at the time, it changed it a lot now, but at the time it was like whoever in your thing is like really pushing. So it was like all me. Your first videos that you come to whenever you open your joint was just all me. And so It looks like you just scrolling on my page for like a hot second, But yeah, that's really kind of how all this kind of like started pushing me because I was like, look, I don't know what this kidney disease means. Right. I don't know how long I'm going to live, and it's not, it's funny because it's not that serious because I'm actually reversing everything right now. I kind of figured it out, but at the time I didn't know.
We're kidney brothers, we could say, because that's why I was asking you. Growing up, I had one called nephrosis.
Oh, wow, okay.
And my kidneys didn't get rid of the toxins fast enough. When I would eat something that was too salty or something that was super bad for me, I would swell up a little bit under the eyes. Also,
same here.
Fingers and stuff.
Yeah, same here.
So, but eventually it would clear out, and then But, and then one of the things, I think I'm older than you by far. I'm 45.
Oh yeah.
So
I'm not too far behind you.
You'll grow out of it then. So that's one of the things you can look forward to. Is with I would say healthy eating, you do it faster, but I don't eat super healthy, so I can't.
Oh, yeah. So
if you eat healthy, you can do it a lot faster. And
so
still in danger.
Within 2 months, my kidney function has gone up 12 points.
Right.
So like right now I'm pretty much in the 40s.
Right.
Like I was in the low 30s. That's the worst it ever got. But when I started, I cut out meat and all that stuff. Like I still eat fish from time to time, but my main thing is just like I eat like a vegetarian. Just, you know what I mean?
Right.
But it's been nice. It's been nice. I'm not gonna lie. There's a lot of things that are vegetarian that I'm like, I don't know why I wasn't eating this before. This is way better than that.
Okay, so like what? Because I've tried tofu, and I can do tofu for like a week, and then after that I got to do something else.
But how are you making the tofu?
I have no clue. My wife does it.
Okay, so with the tofu, so on top of this, now we're gonna get into.
How do you cook tofu? Because I've actually never. I'm not a cook, but I don't cook tofu.
Okay, so I have like a tofu presser to get all the moisture out. So I leave it in there for like a day.
Okay, wait a second. So I've never seen. What is this? Press it down, or you just?
Yeah, it's like a thing you get on Amazon. So it fits the tofu square right in it.
Right.
And then it just closes on the top, and then it presses all the moisture out of it to the bottom. Gotcha. So when you get to it and you cook it, and you want to cook it certain ways, because I almost make it like meat. Okay. You know, I'll break it apart, and I'll make like some sweet and sour tofu, or I'll make some what is it called? General style, you know, or like a beef and broccoli, but it's with tofu, stuff like that. You know what I mean? I've done stuff with walnut meat, so I've made that into like sloppy joes.
Holy shit! Okay.
Yeah, jackfruit. I made like a pulled pork sandwich, but it was not pulled pork. It's you know, it's jackfruit. Okay. But the way I cook it down, it's like chicken. So it's almost like pulled chicken, barbecue chicken on the sandwich. It's like so. When I told you I lost that copious amount of weight, right. Well, tofu while I was
the main ingredient.
No. It was so when I lost all that weight before I had the kidney disease, I got real creative with my cooking because I realized when I cooked at the house, it was better for me to lose weight at the time, right? Gotcha. So we would go to restaurants, and I'm like, I don't like this, and so since I don't like it, I just go home and recreate it. And at the time I was actually eating meat, so I had to recreate it at the house. But that kind of transferred into me doing vegetarian stuff, right. And now I just whip it up the same. It's like almost the same thing. So it's been real easy for me, that whole transition. They were like, oh, well, you got to cut out meat and like eat low sodium. I'm like, oh, that's easy.
Right. Low sodium is easy for me. I don't really do a lot of. I do seasoning, but not a lot, so that's not really a problem for me.
Yeah, the no dashes. Yeah, that's it right there.
It's the shit that they put in the foods that we have no control of that I have the main issue with.
Yeah, the process. That process is crazy. Now, don't get... And it's funny because it's like... me cooking like this, now my girl done lost a copious amount of weight, like ridiculous amount. And I'm like, why is it working for her? But it ain't working for me. This don't make no sense. But, you know, it is what it is. Yeah, but what is it? Huh? No, just like how I cook now. I cook vegetarian now, and it's like for her, she's just dropping weight. Like me, I'm not.
Oh yeah, I get you.
It's hard. It's slow process because of
hold different weight. I think that's what I'm gonna blame it on.
Because I retain a lot, so I don't even drink that much water. Like this is probably the most amount of water I drink in a day. Because if I drink too much, I'll swell up. Wow. You know what I'm saying? Right. Because I retain a lot. Right. But the fact that my doctors are like, oh yeah, so they've already weeded me off like 2 blood pressures. I still take quite a bit of like meds and stuff, but the fact that they're like weeding me off now because my kidneys are getting better is like cool. Yeah.
Niggas is probably like, I thought this was a comedian, not a nutritionist.
Yeah, I know.
These niggas are supposed to be funny. I came here for funny.
Like, yeah, so me in comedy, okay, so yeah, but no, the comedy just kind of stirred up. Because people have been asking me that lately, like, where's all this stuff coming from? Because especially people back home, because they just know me from rap. You know, touring and doing music and stuff like that. So the fact that I came across...
Wait a second, I didn't know you did music too. That's new to me. That's new. Why is that new information to me?
Well, I don't really bring it up because I don't really do it that much.
Oh, you don't do it anymore?
Yeah. Well, I still write because it's hard for me to like get away from it because I did it for so many years. But yeah, I haven't done it that much. So it's like, you know, nowadays you can't bring up some old stuff that's not really relevant to now. Right. You know what I mean? Right. Now, if I played some songs, they would connect and relate, but it's nothing I'm doing now, so I'm not trying to like push it like that.
I'm going to give you the artist treatment anyway.
Oh, okay.
Because I've been asking a lot of artists questions, and there's a part of the music making process that's always interesting to me, and it's exactly that, the process of making music. So when you were making music, what was your process? Like, would you hear the beat first and write to it? I've heard people say that. I've also heard people say that they'll have the lyrics written first and that the producer will hear it, and then they'll make the beat around it together. They'll work together to make the beat around it. I've heard people say they need candles or smoke a blunt before. You know, I've heard some crazy shit. So
Yeah, nah. For me, it all depends because sometimes I'll just be sitting somewhere. You know, you can be at the DMV and I just end up writing some lyrics down or something like that. So sometimes it's from like different areas. So like it could be bars from me from like 2 weeks ago. It could be something I come up with right now. It could be I'll go listen to some battle raps and then my mind's just in a stir. And so I just start piecing things together like a puzzle.
Gotcha.
My favorite way of doing it, though, was in the studio with the producer. Either they already have the beat made or they're making it from scratch. I rarely had the ones where they made it from scratch because it was always a time limit. So it was like, okay, I can already have my stuff ready to go. And don't get me wrong, it was kind of cool because I don't have to like read my notepad or read my phone or nothing like that. Right. I would just hop on the mic and already know my verses. You know what I mean? And just already know my hooks and would just go like that. But yeah, that was my ultimate like favorite way of like making music. But yeah,
Dope. Okay. And then is there any difference with writing lyrics or into writing comedy, like a comedy set? Is there any correlation or what are the major differences?
For me, comedy is almost feeling like a freestyle because a lot of my stuff right now has been like roasting. But I have wrote like for stand-up people, a few people, like a few, I guess they were kind of big names at the time. But it's because it's all timing. You know what I mean? There's timing on the beat. There's timing when you're on stage. Timing of how you're telling a joke. You know what I mean? Everything's all timing. So it comes across pretty easy when you're putting the stuff together. You know what I mean? They'll tell me how they're doing a joke, and I might switch a few words, or I might just flip it from another direction. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that's been the main thing, just timing.
Right. Yeah, that's definitely true. Because I since the last time I met you, I gave it what I do. I did my first 5 minutes. And
dope.
Yeah, I made it through 4. I think I made it in 4 minutes because I was so off on the timing that I didn't take any of the jokes to breathe because I wasn't expecting laughs at certain points.
See, because you're comparing it to being on stage when you're rapping to a beat. Because we're so used to hopping on stage and you're rapping to a beat,
right?
And everybody's already bouncing from a beat, so everybody's already ready for that, right?
Right.
Well, when you're doing comedy, people are lingering on your every word, so you don't have nothing to wait for. Right. You can be a part of the say a part of the joke, have a funny look at the crowd just on a pause moment, and still catch them.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
It's everything in you and that energy coming out, and then your expression on your face.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Those things just come across nice. One of the guys that I actually wrote for is a good friend of mine. I helped him with some jokes. 𝐷𝐸. The first time I ever saw him, it was hilarious. So he was on stage. He comes on stage. First thing he says, he goes, "Boom, you ready?" The whole crowd, I don't even know if everybody knew him. The whole crowd goes, oh, my bad. The whole crowd goes nuts. And I was like, yo, who is this dude? Just off that alone, I was like, yo, his timing, that is crazy impeccable. The fact that he's, boom, you ready? He was the one person, everybody just starts busting up. I'm like, oh, man, yeah. And so, like, and it's funny because he kind of helped me cultivate my comedy, because this is like before I even like was really dipping into it. At the time I was doing music when I first saw him.
Right.
But he kind of helped me kind of cultivate my little style of like roasting or doing some comedy and stuff like that. He kind of helped me just kind of come into my own a little bit. That and just doing a crazy amount of repetitions online. That's been everything for me.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, you definitely got to something you got to keep up with and do over and over again. It's not something you can dip in and out of.
Yeah, no, real talk. Because my first thing I was searching for was to go viral, right? Mm-hmm. And so I just, because it's like you got an unlimited amount of darts. You're in a dark room. There's a light. There's not a specific part where the light is. You don't know where the light is. Could be next to the target, could be not.
Right.
And you're just throwing, trying to hit a target. That's really what it is. You're just in the dark, just throwing.
Right.
You know, every time you throw with all your might. Everything that you're doing. You know what I mean? I'm like, you hoping you hit something. But when you hit something, you got to realize what you just did and then try to replicate that or make a better version. Right. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah.
And you started on the internet, or did you start doing stand-up first?
I started on the internet, man.
Okay.
Because the way my job is, there's no way I get out,
right.
and by the time I get out, they're already doing stand-up.
Right.
So I have to start online.
Right.
And then work around that. You know what I mean?
Right. And which one is, I don't know how to say this, but which one pays out more so far? And from your point of view, like, I don't know, which one would be more lucrative if someone was deciding which career path they wanted to go? Which one would you recommend?
Oh, you mean between music and?
No. Between internet, let's say social media influencer versus stand-up comedian, and not Kevin Hart stand-up comedian.
No, I'm not even thinking that. I'm just thinking of like, you know, because I grew up with you. I don't know if you ever heard it. You ever heard of Nate Jackson?
Nate Jackson, that does sound.
He's been doing a lot of crowd work and stuff like that. So that's who I grew up with.
Okay,
that's he's a really good friend of mine. And our parents were like real connected. I think when you say that, I think of him. Mm-hmm. So I'd say career path. It's weird because it takes
have to be one or the other, right? I mean, it can be both.
It definitely could be both. But like, if you really want groundwork on trying to become something and learning a lot real fast, that would be hitting the stage. Okay. If you're trying to get to be honest, if you're trying to get to the bag and you think you really have something, the internet is kind of where you're at. Okay. You know what I mean? It's because to be honest, the one that's paid off the most has been internet for me, because that's how I started out. That's how everything's been going. And then and it's funny because the one that pays the most was Facebook, and I wasn't even posting like that on Facebook. But I was I had one joint go viral on Instagram, and then it translated to Facebook, and I was like, "What?" And then, we're just this weird residual check. I'm like, "What is this? Right. Facebook Meta? What is this?" You know, so
I wasn't expecting that.
Yeah, I really wasn't. It was like, sign up. We need your tax information. I'm like, what? You know, tax information. I'm like, there's a bag here. What is this? You know what I mean? But I haven't made like crazy amount of money off of it. But the fact that you know what I mean, I could pay a light bill with it. Is, you know, it's quite nice. You know, not bad. You know, it's not bad. You know, because lately I've been focused more on TikTok.
What about the recognition? Do you get the more of the recognition from TikTok versus hitting the stage or touring?
Oh no, I haven't even toured yet. Oh, okay. I haven't even toured yet. I've hit like a couple open mics.
Oh, okay.
I've done that, and then like I host every Wednesday in Pasadena at 𝐷𝑒𝑟 because we do like a karaoke night and people come up and do open mic. So if you try to do open mic, right? So 𝐷𝑒𝑟 in Pasadena. I DJ, I host. I'm with my homeboy DJ Gr8. He's mainly the DJ, and I normally be hosting. But when I'm hosting, I'm always busting jokes, roasting on people, roasting on situations. I'm kind of up there. It's funny because it's like practice, but not really, because I'm just kind of in my element. I just love to entertain, you know?
Okay. Yeah, well, speaking of your entertainment, I wanted to run one of my favorite clips that you reacted to. I'm gonna play your reaction to it.
Oh,
I'm gonna play a couple of play some of your Instagram clips here so people can get an idea of what you do on Instagram, and see if we can get some of these knuckleheads to go follow.
Oh yeah.
This shit is hilarious. This one right here was definitely one of my favorites. Right, let me wait a second. Let me rewind.
Let me bring that back. Can we pause for a second? Bruh. Cause to get up and walk off as if that didn't just happen, I don't care how much adrenaline's run through your body. Fam, what the hell? I'm sorry, but schools are teaching people wrong, because in school, we need emotional control classes. What? Fam, a woman was driving a car to hit another girl. What? Who?
I was dying. First of all, hold on a second. I'm gonna bring it back one more time. I was dying, bro.
Fam.
Can we pause?
That lady was a fucking superhero the way she walked.
Bro, and the fact that wasn't even the person she was trying to hit. That's the coldest part.
Oh, I didn't even know that.
Yeah.
I thought she was trying to hit her.
If you look in the background, after the girl hit her, you see the girl get up and walk off. I'm like, those are serious thunder thighs. Right? So the girl in the car hops out and starts beating on the girl she was originally trying to hit.
That's what I thought. I thought she was like getting jumped and she decided I'm going to hit this bitch and then jump out and beat this other bitch up.
Yeah.
But she was trying to hit the other.
Yeah.
I just thought she was hard because she ran a bitch over and then jumped out and started beating up another.
I'm not gonna lie, that was one of the gangstest things I've ever seen.
Hey, you know what's funny too? When I reacted to the video, I had typed in, "Damn, did anybody notice she got out and started beating up the other bitch?" But you was reacting to the other part, and then you started reacting to that part. I was like, "Okay, you did see it." That shit had me dying. I was dying watching that video.
Because it made no sense. Because like, even though we were all focused on the girl getting beat in the background, we're like, who is she trying to get?
Right.
The fact that girl got up, it was so fast. That's beyond adrenaline at this point. It's what is going on with you?
Right.
What are they feeding her? I need regiments. Okay.
For real. I need to know everything she did that morning.
Exactly, man.
What she eat for breakfast, everything.
I need a workout routine, please.
Everything.
Yeah, I feel like you could shoot her, a bullet just gonna bounce off. She
If a car gonna bounce off, what a bullet gonna
That's
do?
what I'm saying, man. Those are superhuman abilities.
No, wait a second. No, let's be for real. It's got to be something because there ain't no way she took that car. So there was something in the physics of it or something that.
Run it back, because
For a second.
No, her legs should have snapped. She was under the hood. Her legs should have snapped as soon as they hit the wall. Brow, they should have broke. They should have been like twizzle sticks.
Broke because she was kind of flat too. She was at like a 9 o'clock with her legs when they hit the wall. So they should have been. I don't.
Yeah, bruh. Like,
or the wall was flint. I don't.
Bruh, it makes no sense. That's like falling off a building.
No, look, the wall ain't. The wall stayed mostly intact.
But the bricks,
too.
though. But the bricks.
Yeah. I'm not sure. I'm lost on that one. I'm lost on that one. That one kills me.
Because it lifted her, then her legs came down. Then she hit the wall.
Right.
Them joints should have snapped. Like
Wait,
that.
Now look at her squabbing in the background over there.
I didn't even see her run over. This is new. Wait. So she gets up. Boom. Okay.
She
got the pink hoodie.
But they over there thumping.
There she comes.
Oh, there she goes.
Look. She tried to jump in. She's normal.
Wait a second.
She's normal.
Is she still attacking?
Yes. She's normal, bro. She jogged over there.
Wait a second. She she did like some UFC type dive.
Bro. Bow. Okay. Goes. Okay, that's the person we trying to get. Right. And then she look. There she go right there.
What was the dive or jump she did? That was she did some flying. And then who's the security guard that came limping over last minute?
I feel like he got injured more than she did. That's crazy.
He didn't even get hit by a car.
Yeah, she jogged over. She jogged over to the situation.
She transferred her injuries to him.
Yeah.
She transferred her injuries to this old. Look, that's where the injury's at. Look at his legs.
Look at him limping.
Yeah, that's. I'm
gonna
play a couple more here. This nigga here.
Because I'm a GIMP.
God damn it.
Oh man.
Fam, the cat's a stripper too? What? How your cat get involved in hoish tendencies? Have a pet pussy doing pole work is insane. Bruh, if the animals around your house are replicating you as a human, I feel like maybe you do whatever this is a little too much. To have a strip club cat, does your litter box got glitter in it? That cat used to be human. And let me tell you something. That cat used to work at Deja Vu. Fam. Is it me or does it feel like this cat only play with toys from the adult store? Fam. Fam, this is the bougiest pair of 𝑘𝐞𝐳𝑧𝐬s I've ever seen in my life. Fam told us, you gotta dip me in something nice before we leave the house. Why is the legs crossed looking like, when you gonna wash me? Why? Like I can already see a face. It feels like
right. I know exactly what you look like from
the middle
toes.
toe can just pop up with a middle finger. Bro, what is that about? These are the most thuggish pair of toes I think I've ever seen in my life. These pompous ass footies. Bruh! You don't look like this. How deep in gangsterdom do you have to be for your toes to throw up signs? I'm just wondering. Yeah, kind of figured y'all was gonna drop me off over here. What time the bus come? I'll wait. Bougiest pair of
That's hilarious. So yeah, that's what he does. Go follow the guy because he's got hilarious ass videos here, as you can see. What the fuck's going on here? Hold on a second.
Oh yeah.
What the hell's going on here? Is that a chick?
Yes.
Stop it.
That's a breast.
How? Ain't nobody took the video down? Got the yitties out. And that means clarifying that's a dusty in them pants. Damn, whose grossness is this? That photo shoot smelled like hot rubber and shea butter. Smell like baby oil and backwoods. I'm just wondering how the yitties don't get flagged. I don't get how the yitties don't get flagged. There's two big ass milk jugs in front of your face. You don't take that video down, but you're gonna take mine out when I say something. Bruh, like.
That's fucking hilarious, bro.
I'm just saying, man. That's frustrating to see. You know what I mean?
Right.
I'm like, bro.
Hell yeah. Check the kid out.
Yeah, man. Now, so on TikTok, I have these. It's funny. Everybody's been calling them like a series. So I do these heaven or hell's thing, just like you saw the end of that one.
Oh yeah, you know what? I've been following those too. Yeah, where you going to hell for laughing, or you're in heaven first, and then you laugh at something and get
then
sent
he just
to
sent
hell.
me down. He like, look, bro, you can't be here right now.
Too.
Yeah, man, those.
Yeah, let me see if I can find something.
I'm like, man, because you with those, man, it's funny because so those started with. It was funny, it was a toe video that I did that was kind of like that, but the lady's toes were like, it looked like her big toe was hugging all her other toes. Mm-hmm. Never seen nothing like that in my life. And then I roasted on it, but this is the time I wasn't doing the heaven or hell thing, right? Mm-hmm. And people were getting at me, trying to like roast me and saying I'm mean and this and that. So I noticed after that, I'm like, okay, so how is it, like I'm just joking, I'm a comedian, I'm just joking, you know, I roast myself. Right. You know what I mean? Even when I'm roasting other things. Well, when I started doing the heaven or hell thing, it's kind of like showing you that, oh, he knows he's wrong.
He knows he's wrong.
Exactly. Yeah. And so it makes you more receptive to accept what I'm saying about what's going on. Because now I can say what you think, and then you don't get mad at me about it. Right. You know what I mean? Because if you say what other people are thinking, you know, especially nowadays, you got to walk that.
You got to be careful.
Yeah, you got to walk.
Thinking it, and they feel wrong for thinking it. So when you expose that they're thinking it by making them laugh at it, it can be a little like, hey, you making me be offensive.
Yeah. You bringing me where you are. I didn't want to be there now.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? But it's funny because like the origin of really all this stuff started. It was like I was going through a bad day, and then on top of like my mom passing, and then I started making these videos. Mm-hmm. Now it's to the point where I'm making this stuff, and people are coming to my page because they've had a rough day. And it's like when they come to my page, they can just look at things and laugh and escape. Right. That's been like a big thing for me. Like I love when I get comments like that. Like, yo, man, I didn't even realize I just kind of been on your page for like 2 hours just scrolling, laughing. I didn't even realize on your page. I thought I was in my timeline. You know what I mean? And it was just like, it just helped me with my day. And I'm like, oh, okay, cool. This is really what I do it for, man. You know?
Right. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I could be somewhere and I'm chilling and I'm, just wasting time for a minute. So I'll jump on my phone, and when I see your videos, I'm laughing out loud, looking around like, oh shit, not supposed to be here laughing like that.
Yeah.
And then sometimes I'm laughing and let me see, what you laughing? Nah, I'm gonna just go ahead and hold this to myself because this nigga gonna be having the crazy videos too.
And it's funny because everybody was like, man, where are you getting this stuff? And I'm like,
sure.
It's my homework to kind of know or get things from the, because where I'm at, the algorithm that I have is like the corner of the internet.
Right.
You know what I mean?
For sure.
I'm in the crevice
You're
of that
in
mud. You know what I'm saying?
Next to 4chan. You got 4chan and then your videos.
Yeah. Because that's the number one thing. People like, yo, I saw your video, man. Well, yo, where you get this stuff, man? And before people from other countries would watch it and they used to send it to me. Mm-hmm. So that really like tripped out my algorithm.
Right, because they got stuff that is not even kind of loud here, right?
Oh, man. So the year before, so like 2023, I got real cool from this stuff, and a dude from Africa, and he was like in the military in Africa. He had, I guess you have to serve some years.
Like an American in the military in Africa?
No.
Oh, okay.
He's like from Africa.
Oh, okay.
Somehow my stuff done got over there, right? And he's like, oh, man. And he pretty much was saying like him and the guys that were around him were like laughing at stuff. And I was like, well, if you guys have any videos, like send them my way. So in 2023, you'll see a lot of videos where like you don't understand nothing that's going on.
Right.
But I'm just roasting the situation that's going on, right?
Got you.
And it was funny. It was like, I'd say about 3-4 months of like consistent crazy videos.
Right.
Like there was like this little kid that was like smoking cigarettes, and then I swear he had to be like 6 or 7, and I'm just roasting the whole situation. Like, and they were over there, they were like, oh my God, this is like so funny, and then over here they're like trying to flag me and stuff. I'm like, oh, this is ridiculous.
So I just learned something. What you're telling me is there's actually different genres of doing this. Like now what I'm seeing with the heaven and hell stuff, with the reacting, with the like there's people who do the voiceovers, like they voice over the situations, and then what you were just describing with not being able to understand the videos but still being able to react to what's going on.
Exactly.
You can see, but you can obviously from body language guess what they're saying to each other, so you don't necessarily need to understand it, but
exactly.
You can still react to it. So there's different genres to this. Is there do you stick to the specific reactions only, or do you do other types as well?
That's what I'm kind of wanting to venture into. I would like to do streaming, right? Okay. And I would like to do like live reactions, like as I'm like, because I want you to see since my timeline is so crazy, I want you to see my timeline,
right? Okay.
Like in real life, see it. Because like there's things that I don't react to that it's just like, yo, this is hilarious, but I just scroll past it or something. You know what I mean? Or I'll put it in my save file or like my reaction file or whatever.
Right.
But yeah, man, there's like, I really would like people to just see the stuff that I can, that I see, and then I can react to it in person, like the whole thing. So yeah, because like it's weird how like the whole reaction thing is like, I didn't realize how this is like a thing. Like I've noticed living in LA,
right?
If you take something serious, it kind of turns into something.
A thing, for sure.
You know what I'm saying? And
when
I'm like,
it wasn't a thing for you probably initially doing it, it was just you doing it, right?
It's just something that just kind of popped up. It wasn't like I saw somebody and I was like, I'm going to do what they do.
Right.
It was like I was just doing this stuff and I just wanted to talk about stuff because I like talking. Right. You know what I mean? I like talking to people. I like roasting things, and then I started getting into the origin of it. And I was talking to my older brother, and I'm like, "Yo, man, I don't even understand." He was like, "Man, we used to sit in the mall for hours while our parents would shop,
right?"
And it was like
those people walking by.
Yeah, they're just walking by, and you just people watch. Right. And when my brother is like, they have to be right there where you can see them. Mm-hmm. If not, you can't really do the joke. And at the time, I'm a kid. You know what I mean? So I didn't realize that would like cultivate and kind of turn into something because my family, they'll roast you. Like I fell on a skateboard. I had rocks lodged in my face. You know what I mean? I'm bleeding on the left side of my face. I walk in the house. We had just moved into this new neighborhood. And my mom was like, as soon as I walk in the house, this is what my mom says. She was like, don't get no blood on my carpet. My brother is carrying the couch of my dad, right? And he just starts laughing and calling me Scarface. I'm like, bro, nobody's gonna call the hospital.
Right, nobody's doing nothing.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like my family was just tough skin. You know,
right.
They'll build you up, but they're gonna roast your ass at the same time. So that's kind of like always been my thing, and I didn't even realize it was like a thing for me until now. Right. So.
Yeah, it's building you up for this tough internet out there.
Oh yeah, man. Because cause I don't understand how people get so sensitive about things that are on the internet because it's not real.
They be pissed off at you in the comments.
No reason. I mean, now they don't.
No,
you know
for the most part they be laughing with you.
I've figured out kind of how I need to maneuver with my vernacular to be online to have things come across because sometimes one word could trigger or set somebody off to where they don't even like the joke.
Right.
You know what I mean? But if you say it in a clever way, like you don't say concrete, you say sediment.
Right.
And you know what I mean? They're like, oh, like you're saying things that it's funny because I kind of have to say the words that people don't normally use in the normal, but still describing the same thing. And that's what makes it funny. Gotcha. It's weird. Gotcha. Yeah, but yeah, it works, especially on TikTok. It works.
Let's check something out. I'm going to pull up the TikTok.
But self-care doesn't really mean removing your body hair, but
there's no way that's.
You ever just?
She had hella hair on her chest. What the hell was that?
The hell she talking about? It's not. Fam, you know hair holds funk. How you not want to shave the taco meat? At least. I'm sorry. I grew up with women that was soft and supple. This is like Velcro. What? She be lining up her pits and testicles. Why do you feel like I can smell it?
Testicles.
Anybody smell onions? Ain't nobody smell onions? Damn.
this is a reminder that self-care doesn't really...
Stop.
That's a perfect example.
Resale fondament tool.
This is one of my
Goodwill
favorites.
is a trip, fam. Who put this in the outgoing basket to turn in to Goodwill? The fact that it went through 2 processes of people and ain't nobody washed it. Look, selling it for $1. Fam, been through enough, okay? And why I got the white stuff on it like when a person talk too much, it coagulate on side of the lips? Fam, got the nerve to put it on the shelf next to Christmas ornaments. What the hell? They try to sell it like it's special. Like this one, when you buy this one, it comes
with that one, yeah.
No batteries included. Fam. How you gonna resell fondament tools? Goodwill is a trip, man.
Fondament. You see what I'm saying? You gotta be real creative with it.
It makes it, instead of being raunchier.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It makes it to where it's easy on the ears,
right?
And you're receptive towards it.
Right.
And it kind of makes you want to laugh because it's like, who says fondament?
Genius, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Genius, yeah.
This in the outgoing.
Let's see, a couple more.
I'll say we avoid bathing, but we bathe very rarely.
Excuse
Wait,
me?
Yeah, like we didn't bathe her for the whole part of her childhood, and like now we basically bathe her if she asks for it because it's fun, or she's exceptional.
Ooh, y'all something else. People, this is how germs get spread.
Why you
People
show your
out
hand
here
like
letting
that
their
when you
kids
say
raw
y'all?
dog life. See, that's why when it rains, they be smelling like wet dogs. So y'all the reason why the kids up in daycare smelling like unwashed farm animals. Every time Old McDonald come on, they looking straight at your child. This is like why I don't get why you just let your child choose when and when not to be bathed. It's crazy to me. Like your child has a choice with you, like they pay bills, whether to be clean or dirty. Like the lady was over there talking about bacteria in the water and all this other stuff in the water. There's bacteria on Earth. Your child is made of straight sickness. Like your child is made clothes made of COVID. Over here talking about just leave things the way they are. Your child ain't a scab on your kneecap. And what the hell does exceptionally dirty mean? Kids are fully dirty as soon as they step outside for 5 minutes. They don't cough, sneeze, touch, lick anything that was around where they can grab. Have your child out here smelling like Lucifer's laundry. Just dirty.
Yeah.
Damn.
You see what I'm saying,
it's
man?
It's crazy some of the shit people say, first of all, that you can find these kind of videos to react to. That's fucking nuts.
Bruh,
man.
and then the fact that you saying it like it's Bible. Like it's the word. Like that's what you're supposed to do with your children.
Right.
No, your children stink. That's what
No, he said it like he was giving advice. Like,
yeah,
hey, you're not supposed to be bathing your kid until he's 5 years old. Like, what the fuck?
You need to dip his children in holy water.
Then after 5, you let them ask to be bathed because it's fun. No, you have to get in there and wash your ass.
Yeah, man.
Oh my God.
Kid about to turn 3 and got diseases just floating on him. You know what I'm saying? Don't make no sense, man.
None.
None, bro. And so the hand showing
that
the
was
hand,
hilarious too. Yeah,
yeah, because it's like
it
is funny because it's like though when I do stuff like that, it's like only the people who get it.
Right.
You know what
I
I'm
got
saying?
that one right.
You know what I'm saying? Like when I do
That
they're
was
like,
hilarious. You people.
Yeah. Cool. It was funny. So when I do it, all my friends back home were like, that is, they just sent me a bunch of hand emojis and said, this is hilarious.
It is.
Oh, man.
It is. It's a genius way of saying it.
Yeah, like I'm telling you, man, you have to be, especially on like, if you want to come across all platforms, if you're doing reaction or if you're just talking about something and you don't want to get flagged or you don't want to have like restrictions on your stuff, if you stay in that lane, kind of just clever, you know what I mean? You can maneuver past and say actually what you want to say, but you just say it in a different way. And it'll still come across the same if you do it right.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Now that you've been doing it for so long and
like 5
so
years.
many other people doing it, are you helping them out, giving them advice or taking advice from other people, or is it kind of like a solo game still?
Oh no, I get people hitting me up all the time like, okay, like how do I approach this, or what should I say, or every time I post something they're taking my stuff down or they're banning me. And it's funny because on TikTok, I got banned like 10 times. Every time I hit 10,000 followers, they ban me.
Right.
And it's like, you kind of got to, it's just something you kind of got to stick with and just figure it out. It's like a one bigger Rubik's Cube. Just like the algorithm. You got to figure out the algorithm because it's always changing. They're always trying to do stuff to keep you, not too many views or whatever like that. But you can make things that break through. It's just, it's rare.
Yeah.
But if you know what I'm saying, if you just stick with it and you do it right, it'll actually work. It is funny when it works.
Not to cut you off, but I just have to mention this. You know, I've been posting a lot of fucking skateboard videos of myself skateboarding. I posted one of somebody else skateboarding, and he didn't even do anything. I mean, it was way more than what I can do, but it wasn't special considering all the shit that I have on footage.
Yeah.
And for some reason, it got 1 million views, bro.
It's random, bro. You see what I'm saying? When you don't think about it, sometimes it just goes. So I got to the point.
Many what I think is cool clips of me skateboarding with the perfect music on it. And
Yeah.
It doesn't do quite the numbers of what this fucking video did.
So do you ever post on days you don't feel like posting?
No. I literally post on days that I'm doing whatever I'm doing.
Nah,
and then
you got to post on the days you don't feel like doing nothing.
Right.
That's how I've had videos do like 1 million views or 7 million views, and it was the times where I was like, didn't feel well. I was thinking about my mom, things that she missed and stuff like that. Like I'll be like almost mentally kind of depressed.
Right.
But it's like I've made it to the point where it's like if I don't feel like doing something, I'm gonna make myself do this.
Right.
Because you never know.
Yeah.
It could be on the most nonchalant day. It could be something that's not even a whole minute. It could be like 10, 15 seconds, like the Heaven or Hell joints, and it could just go. Right. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So it once you get to that point where you just kind of post, you know what I mean? Just you put yourself in the mood and then you just do it. It's weird how it works. And then it's funny because like say something, you do it, it goes within the same day, and that day you've been feeling like crap all day. Then you see that, and you be like, okay, yeah, it's not that bad. You know what I mean? Right. And I've had that numerous times.
Well, it's been a pleasure talking to you about this shit.
Oh yeah, man.
It's everything rate. So
Great.
Great.
Everything great.
Okay.
So you spell everything and then the R and the number 8 at the end.
Okay.
And then when on TikTok I go by Great Reaction.
Right. I thought I call you Everything Great, but when I'm looking at it now, I'm like, am I saying that wrong? Is it Everything?
Yeah,
Great?
it's Everything Great.
Okay,
Everything
I thought
Great.
So it would be all one word then. That's another genius way of doing that too.
That's what I'm saying. So like
Everything Great. It's like one. It's actually in an actual name instead of 2 words. How it
yeah,
would be.
because think about it. When everybody's asking you, even if you're having a bad day, what are you gonna say? Oh, everything's great.
You're right.
You know what I'm saying? So it just comes off natural.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's nothing you're gonna forget about.
Right.
You know what I mean? And it also makes you feel happy. You know what I mean? Because like when I came up with the name, I was just going through a lot, and at the time I was wearing a lot of Champion, right? Mm-hmm. And I was rapping. They were calling me Hatter the Great. And I was like, oh man, let me try to like turn this into something. But every time I noticed when everybody asked me how you doing, I would just say, oh, everything's great. And then I just kind of just took it from there. Okay. And it's that's kind of been a name that just kind of stuck. So ever since then, man, I just been using that.
I say same old, same old.
Oh, that's funny. Yeah.
Same old, same old.
Same
Yeah,
old, same
chill.
old. So. You know what I mean?
Chill.
So.
Everything chill. Same old shit.
Yeah, man.
Keeping it moving. Don't
yeah,
stop.
yeah. Because I'm like, because I've already gotten into like creating hats and T-shirts and stuff like that.
Oh, okay. You doing that too?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I'm
You
just
got a
right now. I'm just
clothing line,
designing.
or are you
Right
just
now,
designing?
yeah.
Okay.
Right now, I'm just designing because I don't really know what kind of fabrics and all that stuff. Yeah,
Right.
I'm just really just designing to have the certain looks.
Right before you, I'm not sure. I think RC is still here, and he's a.
Oh no, he left.
Oh, he left. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were. He was owned a printing company and a clothing line.
Oh wow. Okay.
And he's got skills with he knows all of the different types of silk screening to,
I need that.
all of that stuff.
My main thing is hats because my last name's Hatter, so
Right.
everybody back home kind of knows me from hats.
Okay.
I have a lot of curly
You
hair.
do be
but
having the dope ass hats though.
Oh,
That one
thank
right
you.
there is
Thank you.
clean.
Thank you.
I got
Thank
the
you.
black on black, but not with the white. The black on white, but not yours. Looks like it has a black outline or something.
Oh, mine? Kind of. Well, no, not this one. The other one that I got, it's got the LA upside down.
Oh shit.
And that has lining on it.
Okay.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So,
Yeah, that one was sick.
yeah, I realized out here, you got to change up how you look.
Right.
Okay. You know what I'm saying? When I didn't have glasses, I got approached a lot. You know what I'm saying? I'm not from gangsterdom. You know what I mean?
Right.
I heard about it. My cousins was in it. You know what I'm saying? Like I've seen it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I ain't never been in it.
Right.
Come out here and I'm getting approached because apparently if you light skinned and you big, you look like a lot of niggas.
Right.
I don't know what it is. So these ain't prescription. These are protection. Okay.
Right.
That's what these glasses are. Okay. Because it's gotten me out of a lot of things from being out here. Because the Shell station. See, I went for the cheap gas. Right. So I'm showing up to the Shell. And everything's cool, right? And I'm pumping gas. Somebody pop up and they got the hand on their hip, and it's not 5-0. Where you from? Right. And me, I smile a lot, not because I'm nervous, just because that's just how I am, right? I'm from Washington State. I'm a Washingtonian. I'm still kind of like
a Washingtonian.
Yeah, I still that's like my thing, right? So these dudes like, oh, where you from? And so I have friends back home that speak rough, so it doesn't come across as you're pressing me. It just comes across as, oh, this is how he talks.
Right.
Right? So where you from? Oh, man, I'm from Seattle. Where you from? Like, you know what I'm saying? And that's when everything kind of changes up. And they're like, what?
Right.
And then they look and see I don't have hats. And then they kind of they're like, oh, okay.
I get it.
But then realizing, I'm like, dang, I could have just got shot for getting gas. This is ridiculous right now. What is going on over here? You know what I mean?
Right.
I'm coming to this gas station and I'm thinking, I'm seeing my people because I'm from a state where you don't see my people that much.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm thinking everything is cool. Nah. But it's happened to me quite often. Yeah.
Well, again, like I said, it's been dope talking to you
dope.
about this. I really enjoyed your time. And again, thank you for coming and supporting this 80 Hours of Madness.
Yeah.
Everybody go run those numbers up on all his videos.
Everything great reactions. You should spell everything with an R and a number 8 at the end. So everything great or just great reactions. So TikTok, Instagram. Matter of fact, if you go on Google and just type in everything great, I'm gonna pop up.
Yeah, I'll have your links in the advertisement that I'll make for you, I'm sure.
Oh, thanks, man.
My wife's gonna pump it all out.
Y'all
She's
come
been doing
through.
a great job promoting this shit for me.
Yeah, man. Just come scroll through and, look at your boy. You having some downtime. You sit on the toilet, you know what I mean? Or you just, coasting out somewhere or whatever. Just,
right.
You know what I'm saying?
Where'd you say you were doing the open mic at if somebody wanted to come see you perform?
Oh, yeah. So, Wolf every Wednesday. We start at like 8 p.m., 8:30.
Wolf, where's that at?
That's in South Pasadena.
South Pasadena?
That's in South Pasadena. Off 72nd, I think off. It's kind of off Colorado, but it's off Fairfax. Mm-hmm. Pasadena, Wolf. We start at 8. I call it Hump Day Karaoke, right? But it's a fun time. Like when people come through, they're having a good old time. And since I'm hosting, whoever's hopping on the mic, I'm your hype man, right? Because it's like, it doesn't matter what song you're doing. Like, I'm right with you the whole time.
Sick.
So, like, a lot of people, I've kind of, like, popped their karaoke cherry. And they're like, oh, my God, I want to do it again. shit. You know what I mean? So,
right, yeah.
Because you're not alone. You know what I mean? A lot
Right.
of people, when they get up there and they say anything, just, oh, I got to perform with this. Nah, everything's always
Hey,
better.
that's probably a great workout for you. That's some great workout for you.
Oh,
when
yeah.
You do get them kind of.
Because when some people, sometimes I roast them when they on the mic. I'm like, oh yeah, you sing this in the shower.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
She clean about the house, butt naked when she doing this song. I know it.
Right.
You know, so it just works.
Dope.
You know what I mean?
Dope. Hell yeah. Well, it's good to see it, man.
Good to see you too, man.
Keep up the good work out there. You know I'm a fan. I already like that one where that girl got hit by the car. I was dying. I'm telling
There's
you,
so
a
many-
good 15 minutes trying to just analyze that video. And even watching it now, I saw some stuff in it that I didn't see
You see what I'm
the
saying?
first time.
You see what I'm saying? Like it makes you go back and replay the whole situation because you're like, what
the hell happened?
Yes.
there? Like that was chaos.
Yes.
That was like 15 seconds of chaos.
There's so much from that. I don't even want to know what started it. I just want to know what happened in the moment.
Right.
Just because there's so much that happened.
Right.
And the fact that she was just walking off as if a baby hit her with a stroller.
Nah,
And
she
she's
walked
just-
around the car and did that super dive.
Oh, yeah.
She did like the elbow.
She got hit, ran to the wall, and was like,
Right.
oh, my bad. Like, she
Yeah, she had
excuse
to walk
me.
it off for a second. She had to do a long walk off.
Yeah. That first stride was like,
Right.
I'm like, yo, what is going on right now?
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, she didn't know where she was for a second the way she walked off.
Yeah. You know, one minute you eating some Skittles, next minute you going through a wall.
Right. Could you imagine that shit, bro? Could you imagine that shit? I mean, the adrenaline, I guess, I don't know, man.
Well, I've been hit by a car before.
I have too, but not at
Not,
that kind
but
of
not
speed.
hit by a car and then went through a wall.
No.
You know what I mean? Like, she got Hulk smashed
Right.
and then got up and walked. That's crazy.
But again, her legs hit the wall first.
Yes. They should have snapped.
So they should have snapped, yes.
How are her heels okay? You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Or your
yeah.
feet. You know what I'm saying?
I've watched it 10 times, and then we just watched it another 5 or, well, you
Her
played
feet.
even in the react. You played it so many times, so I watched it and I just couldn't figure out the situation. Could you imagine being the detective that comes to that scene and has to figure out what happened?
I almost want to replay it again and say, was she wearing shoes?
She was wearing shoes.
She was?
She was,
Oh, I
yeah.
thought she had flip-flops.
No,
Okay.
let me go. I'm going to see if I can pull
I was
it
like,
up
man, I
real
thought she
quick,
had them
but-
rough back feet. You know the ones that look like fossil records?
Right.
You know what I mean?
No, she had, I think she had on shoes. Let me see if I can get to it.
Cause I'm like, there's so much. And it's funny because like when I first seen it, I was like, I might have to do a 3-part with this one.
Right.
It was so much to unpack.
Let me see. Hold on. Let me pull it.
That's the ultimate.
Wait a
yeet.
second. Wait a second.
Yeah. See, you gotta pause it.
Wait a second.
Her shoes flew off, bro. Oh, yo, she got knocked out of the footies. Yo, you see her flying?
I see the
Dude, you
shoe
see
by
her
the
flying? Them
door.
boys was like, we out. Like,
It's by the door.
oh my goodness, yo. As soon as you clipped it, them boys was like, oh man, bruh. Oh man, out of them joints.
Holy shit. Them motherfuckers went
I feel like she
flying.
forgot they were even on, bro.
Wait a second. Look at the trajectory of the shoe. It wasn't on its way down. It was still on its way up. Look.
Oh man, that shit stuck up there with Bobby Schmurder's hat.
Where the fuck did that shoe go?
Wait.
Wait. Look at the speed of that fucking shoe.
Yeah. Yeah. Walking off like nothing happened.
Oh my God.
Feel like she got up and said, "Oh, excuse me."
Yeah. It was her fault.
Yeah.
My bad
I'm
for
sorry.
walking here.
I'm sorry.
Oh my God. That fucking shoe. Bro. That's
shoe,
on the
bro.
roof. The detective finds that on the roof
Yeah,
2 days
fam.
later. 2 days later.
Shrapnel. That's what
Holy
that
shit.
was.
Holy shit.
And how'd the shoe fly off? And she wasn't even facing where the shoe should fly off.
I think that the fling from her legs, you know, that'll knock your socks
that was a
off.
shot.
That should have knocked your socks. Look out, she
Pew!
flung. You know, another thing too that I
Torpedo.
looked at, in that situation, you want to jump. It's better to jump and go into the windshield.
Yeah, you
she
jump.
did not do that at all.
You jump into a fetal.
Yeah, exactly. She didn't do that at all. That was car to leg fling. That was like slingshot. She was the perfect height to kind of be slingshot.
That was like being hit by lightning. How much is that? And
I
you're
wouldn't wanna
okay
be hit
with
by
it?
that shoe.
Yeah, facts. That's like a bullet,
That
bro.
shit was like a bullet the way that shit flung off her.
Whoever that hit got a huge knot. That's crazy. Excuse me.
That's nuts.
It's like she got up from the pew at church.
Nuts.
Sorry.
Yeah, she did. She did walk off like it was her fault. Like,
Yeah.
my bad. I'm sorry for walking there.
Oh man.
Hell yeah, it's been fucking dope interviewing you, bro. I got to do this again real soon.
Let me know, man.
Hell yeah.
I always
real
like
soon.
coming through.
Hell yeah. We'll do some stuff. Put some stuff together.
Oh yeah, and then your skateboarding. Those videos are dope. So I got you and another homie I grew up with back home. He rollerblades, but like he's like grinding and like, you know what I'm saying?
Sick.
We're up in the edge. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And the fact that he's doing that, I'm like, yo. Like when he was posting videos of him falling over and stuff, now he's like doing 360s, grinding on stuff.
Yeah,
I'm like, bro, I'm proud of you. I don't
motivation
even know why. This is just dope. Like, you know what I'm saying? So when I see both of y'all doing your stuff, man, like, y'all
it's definitely a lot
doing
of
the
fun.
shit.
I use it to keep myself young, but the funny thing is I got yanked off my board the other day, and I swear, once I hit that ground and got up and felt how much pain I was in, I was like, I think that was my last time skateboarding. Obviously lying, but then they gotta say it three times. You know what I mean?
He said Beetlejuice.
Yeah, exactly.
Beetlejuice. He's like, let me get my ass up. Let me get my ass up.
This is my last time doing this to myself.
Especially when we at the age where you get up and your knees crack for no reason,
Right?
And then you just
All
out
of
there
that.
skateboarding. You know what I mean?
All of that.
But
another thing that's funny is I limp to my skateboard, but I can skateboard for 30 minutes.
Yeah.
I limp to my skateboard, but some reason I get on that bitch and I'm 20 years younger and skateboard. But
I'm telling
if
you,
I fall, I'm back to my age again.
No, you know what's crazy? The craziest thing I've ever seen was a dude, and I swear he had gout because he had the oversized shoes, right? And he had gout, and then he had a skateboard. He had a skateboard. He ain't had no gout. He was just fine. You know what I'm saying? So he was limping and stuff.
Yeah,
and got the big footy. You know what I mean?
There's a guy that I follow. It's a Chinese dude. Damn, I wish I could remember his name right now, but I am pushing up on 40 hours, so forgive me. But Chinese dude I follow that's older, he's fucking sick. I saw him, like you said, falling, couldn't even really stand on the board.
Yeah.
And now this dude is fucking grinding, doing tricks. It makes me, you know, a little inspired, but at the same time, I'm like, I know you done fell and hurt yourself, bro.
Fam, I know it
you
hurts.
did. I know it hurts.
I know it hurts.
The process to doing it. But everybody's been telling me once you get off the ground, everything else from there is easy.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. That's true.
I got to get off the ground, but I'm taking it easy. I didn't hurt myself too much.
I'm telling you, man. That time I
My
told you,
thing
I
is-
was on a skateboard. We
Really?
moved to a new neighborhood. So my parents gonna get the biggest house at the top,
Scarface.
right, bruh? I'm telling you. Let me walk you through the situation. My brother's old skateboard. He had the one with just the back lip, right? So you know those ones, they fly, right? There's a cul-de-sac and there's two hills going down. Then where our house is, there's a hill going down. So I went down. I was like, ooh, these hills are here. I'm about to hit this, right? New
How
neighborhood.
steep?
I'm about to bless this. This is what's up. Bruh, I hit down my hill. I have to make a decision.
How steep is the hill?
I don't even know. It was, so one of them was like, bow. And then the other one was just kind of,
Gotcha.
right? And I was thinking about, let me go to the kind of one because that one just goes out to Moore Road.
Right.
I chose the crazy steep one that just goes to another cul-de-sac and then there's a house. Well, I've never gone this fast on a skateboard at this moment. And you know, when you go fast and your skateboard just it just want to be like, fuck you, nigga. Right?
Right.
It's a,
Get off of me.
bruh, it was
off
like,
of me.
and I'm like, bruh, I hit a rock, Superman, right?
Ouch.
I'm flying. I can see the lady looking through the window as I'm in Superman motion, right? She's like,
Everything's slow motion as you're like,
bruh, I can see it. Like it just happened. I'm flying. I look, right? My face, bruh, right? I look. She's like, all right. I hit the ground. Boom. I skip like a rock on water, bruh.
skidding and shit. That's hilarious.
So like I haven't been big my whole life. At the time I was small, right? And I had a long sleeve shirt. When I got up, I had a short sleeve shirt. You know what I'm saying? So I'm flying up, bow, bow. Arms getting ripped off, right? The thermo's gone pretty much, like off my arms. And I'm like, I hit the ground, I get up, and I'm limping, right? Now I gotta walk back up this hill. Face bleeding, rocks lodged in my eyelids, face just bleeding, and the lady's yelling out the window, are you okay? I'm fine, right? And the whole time I'm like, be a man. I'm 11. Be a man, right?
Man up.
Yeah, right? I get to the top of the hill, both hills, because, the hills are my parents' driveway. I get in the house, open the door. My dad, I just remember seeing my dad and my brother holding the couch because they're moving it, but they're holding it up high. My brother just starts busting off. Scarface! My mom turns around, she's like, don't get no blood on my carpet. I'm like, what? I said, ain't nobody gonna call 911?
No love.
My dad like, get your butt upstairs. Bruh. I get up there, my mom's just I'm scraping rocks off of my face.
Yeah, that's fucked up.
It was like pebbles everywhere. It was, oh man, that was ridiculous.
That's fucked up.
Yeah, man. I looked like Two-Face when I went to school.
They still sent you to school.
Yeah. I was back in that time. They whoop you, send you back outside while you crying. Right. All right, come back before the street lights come on. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. You be all right.
Hell yeah. All right, well, let me get to these next ones.
Yeah. I could talk for hours, man.
Music, man. I could have you here. You'd be having me cracking up. Giving me a fucking headache from laughing and shit. This nigga.
Oh, man. But no, I appreciate you, man.
No, likewise.
Congratulations on doing this like marathon, this 80 hours, man.
Oh, you know what? Before I let you go, I got a mystery box in here. It's the size of it's a shoebox, actually. And inside the box, nobody knows what's in the box except for me. And you get two questions and a guess at what's in the box. Right now, there's been questions asked already, like the size of it, and the size of it is it fits in a fucking shoebox. They asked if it had anything to do with music, and the answer was yes, in a way that it could be memorabilia or
wow.
Artist merchandising.
Okay.
What were some of the other things?
Is the shoebox
if it came in multiple parts, or if it was one solid thing, and it's one solid thing, but it does have parts to make it. What else?
Oh, this is crazy.
Yeah.
You said I get two questions?
Yeah, two questions.
Like, if a person guesses it right, do they get it or something?
They get no, because it could be that was one of the other questions is it expensive? And the answer is it's not necessarily expensive in how much it costs to make it, but if you find the right collector, it could be worth some money. So no, you don't get it, but you do win a prize, and the prize is cash.
Damn. So with the two questions, is it like you get two questions, then you got to guess what it is?
Yes.
Okay.
And you technically don't have to guess now. You could hold your guess and wait for other people to give guesses and then take a guess at it. Some people are, I'm sure there's a couple of people that I know for sure are waiting to get everybody's little guesses at it and to get it. And it's meant to be hard. I don't want anybody to get it, on the first day or today.
Oh,
I'm
for sure.
hoping that somebody gets it Monday or not get it at all, to be honest, because I have to give the cash away.
You said this is a regular shoebox?
It's just a regular shoebox, but there's something in the box that's smaller. It's small enough to fit in a shoebox.
Have people tried to guess what it is?
Yes, somebody guessed a microphone, which is not it.
No.
Somebody did guess something that was really close. What did he say? Oh, a statue. I think he said a statue, and that was, I will say, still outside of the realm of what it is, but close.
Isn't it an award?
It is not an award. And then you can ask descriptive questions. That is one of your questions, but your question should be descriptive. And somebody asked the color or asked if they should ask the color, and I said no because I don't think asking the color will help. So you want to try to ask something as descriptive as you can, and like a question like was it put together or one solid piece was a really good question to figure out what this is.
I have a feeling it's like something that can go to other things, but possibly can stand on its own.
That would be a good something like that would be a good question.
And you said memorabilia. You said somebody asked.
It could be considered memorabilia or artist merchandising. It could be both.
This is crazy. Damn, I only got one more.
Yeah.
Consider memorabilia. What? Can you put it in something besides the shoebox? Like, I guess my question is, can you
Use it
connect
for something else?
to other things that are musically?
Okay, so this is a tough question to answer because the long answer would be yes, but now I have to describe how. An easy answer would be to say no, but then once it's yes, some people would be like, hey, you said no when it's actually yes. So I'm going to say yes, and I'm going to describe how, which is going to give a fucking good-ass clue. But, so...
I'm getting close.
Since one of the questions was that it is involved in music, and the answer was that it is memorabilia, if you had other memorabilia, you could add it to this. But does it necessarily go with something else? No, it could be standalone as is, but it could have other stuff connect, not necessarily connected to it, but you could put it next to it and it'll look like it all goes together. And that is both of your questions. So now,
Yeah.
guess.
So now I'm trying to guess. But it's memorabilia.
Mm-hmm.
And that's crazy because if it's memorabilia,
Memorabilia
that means it
or
was
artist
somebody's.
merchandising. It could just be merchandising, or because the question. So the reason why that answer doesn't have to be as detailed is because the question was, does it have anything to do with music? So I can't say no because technically it would, in the sense that it could be artist merchandising or artist.
Because it could be used as artist merchandising,
or it could be memorabilia. Also, it depends on how you look at said thing.
Yeah, because it could be memorabilia for a baseball player.
There you go.
Or memorabilia for an actor.
Exactly. There you go.
And that's the craziest part about it, because there's like so many things,
Right.
but there is universal things that we all use. Dang, one of my questions should have been, was it somebody's? Damn it. It should have been, was it somebody's? Like not just yours, because you said memorabilia. And when you talk about memorabilia, you think of actual people that have done things that it would be memorabilia for. Or are you just saying it's memorabilia because someone of stature could use it for memorabilia? That's the crazy part that's boggling me. Like, you got my mind in like a funnel. Like,
yeah. And I am no help at all right now because, again, I am the one who has to give this money away.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, man. Like, if the person gets close to it, do they, like, get paid? Or is it like...
No, but if you get close enough to it to where... Like
it's like no way around it?
Let's say, for instance, it was a signed baseball by Nolan Ryan.
Yeah.
And you said it's a baseball. I'd be like, hey, you're close, but you have to be more detailed. It's a signed baseball. Hey, you're right along the line. I'll even give you another question, and now you have to guess who it's signed by because it's a signed baseball.
So this is just
Nolan Ryan. So the answer,
level.
if it's a signed baseball by Nolan Ryan, the answer is a signed baseball by Nolan Ryan. So if you say baseball, I'll give you another shot at it. If you say a signed baseball, I'll give you another shot at it. But if you say football, unfortunately, you will not get another shot at it.
Oh man.
Holy shit, I would fuck all of your minds if it was a signed baseball by Nolan Ryan.
That's insane. That's insane. Oh man, because I want to guess. That's funny because you said, "Oh, it could be like signed," but then this thing I was like, because before you even said it, I was like, "Is it something signed?" I'm like, "Oh, signed CD." No, that's not it. Is it memorabilia?
I'll throw this at you. If it was something signed, I wouldn't have used that as an example.
Exactly. That's why when you said it, I was like, "Well, that takes that out." Shit. The fuck. Why should it be something so fucking simple?
You know what's funny? I'll throw this at you. A signed baseball by Nolan Ryan is way more descriptive than this is.
See, I knew it. I knew it was something simple. I knew it was something simple.
I'm keeping my goddamn money.
Yeah, he was like, "Y'all ain't gonna get shit. This is guess all you want, niggas. You ain't getting shit."
I think there's another thing. There's only been like 5 guesses at it because nobody wants to be the first ones to guess at it. So that's kind of why I'm making the guest kind of do it.
I mean, I take risks. I'm gonna guess it. It is. Didn't I ask if it was an award? I asked that, right?
That was your first question.
Yeah,
Yes,
yeah,
it was,
yeah.
I think. And no is the answer.
Yeah. It was the second question that got closer.
Right.
What the fuck did I ask? I have brain fart. The fuck?
The second question was shit. I don't know. It's slipped my mind now too because I'm looking at my phone ding over here. But it was it's. What was your question?
Fuck. Because I asked if it was a part of something.
Oh yeah, that's
what it was.
Yeah, as if it was
okay.
connected. Which was a good question. Yeah.
Because it's something that could be a part of something, but if you put it next to something,
Right.
it looks like it all goes together. Nigga. She laughed because she know what it is.
No, nobody knows except for me.
Really?
Guaranteed. Nobody was here when I put it in there, and it's been taped closed.
I think it was like.
Exactly.
Keep it low, nigga. Keep it low. Keep it low.
And it's taped in a way that I know if someone fucked with it.
Oh, nigga, somebody tried to pick at that joint, picking at it like a scab. Shit. Ain't could fit in a shoebox.
Yeah. And the shoebox is, if you want to look here, it's sideways to where it's not standing tall. So it's not tall. I'll show it on the camera here. You should be able to see it up on the screen there. Mystery box. What's in the mystery box? What's in the mystery
A tape player.
Ooh. That is not close at all, but a good guess considering the options that you have. But it's far off. So anybody who's looking to get that information, don't feel bad. Nobody was expecting you to get that with the little information.
Yeah, I know.
We needed you to help the people that we do want to win it.
Like even when I said it, I knew I didn't get it.
Right.
I already knew.
It was
I'm
close,
like a
though.
tape player.
It's close in the sense that the answers that you have to go off is a good guess, but
Yeah.
unfortunately, it's not nearly enough information to get.
I bet you anything
much
got something to do
closer
with
than that.
music. It doesn't even got to do with music.
No,
It's
it does.
just-
It does in the sense that like it's artist. It would be considered an artist memorabilia.
Damn,
or-
I was far, but I was in the same room.
right. You're in the same room for sure. Good
Same
guess.
book, wrong page.
Good guess. And you know what? It's perfect for what I needed the answer for because the closer you get, the harder and the more things it could be.
Yeah.
The farther away you get from it kind of knocks off a lot of things, especially when I say that is far from it.
Yeah.
So it still helped for the next opportunity.
Because my mind works like a never-ending mirror. So when you tell me something like that, my mind
So many things went into that box.
The multiverse.
And then
is-
you have to take out the stuff that wouldn't fit in there. You're like, okay, so that's not it. That's
I don't know if you're a Marvel
and there's
character. I don't
still a lot of things over here, and you're like, fuck.
I don't know if you're into Marvel, but it turns into like a kaleidoscope, like Doctor
shit.
Strange. You know what I'm saying? That's my mind. That's how I think.
And then one goes into the box, and then it moves over while the next one goes into the box.
Yeah.
And you're like trying to picture, and then you're like, okay, wait, that could be it. What would be a question that I could ask? Okay, wait, he just gave me some information. That's not it. That's not it. Oh wait, this one could fit it, but fuck. Why would he put that in the box? And now he just fucking said sign Nolan Ryan, so these things are now gone.
Yeah. Because this is how I think about it. Almost like a scientist. I remember I went to this. I'm sorry, I know I got stories. So I went to this party. Right, I was in the hills. Weird party. We're gonna scratch the rest of that out. But I was talking to the guy. I ended up talking to the guy. Yeah, it was. It was not Diddy-esque, but they probably hung out with him. You know what I'm saying? Right. So I'm at this party. I ended up running into the owner of the house, just chopping it up, right? And I was like, oh, so I'm like, what do you do? I'm thinking he's in the entertainment. He's not. He's a scientist. And he was like, you want to know what science is like? And I'm like, what? And he was like, okay, imagine there's a door, right? A glass door. You can't hit it with your hands, but you keep banging at it with your head. So you're forever banging as hard as you can with your drum piece, right? Just boom, boom, boom. And by the time your head's cracked open, it's all bloody, all of a sudden it busts through, right? You're like, ooh, I figured something out. You get through the door, and there's 100 other doors just like it. That's what it's like.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, my mind I just go. You know what I mean? Like it's hard for me to watch movies. I'd be fidgeting and
I'm terrible.
and it's crazy. I don't have ADHD or nothing like that. I don't have any of those symptoms or anything like that. I'm just this is how I can't
Allegedly.
Yeah, right. I'm just like NASCAR-esque with my mind. I can't. Yeah, I got insomnia like a mug. But yeah.
Yeah. Well, dope talking to you. We got to get the next ones in here. I think they're already here, ready.
Yeah, my bad for going over the time. I didn't mean to hop on anymore.
You looked at me funny when I said an hour. Here we are, an hour and 20 minutes later.
Yeah, I could just. I'm telling you, man, my mind just. Yeah, man, I can't help it.
No, it's
But
good.
yeah.
It's good. I enjoyed it.
love you,
if
bro.
I didn't, I would have got you up out of here a lot.
Yeah, I know. You like, that's cool.
All right,
Get the hell out.
Yes, it's time to go.
Yeah. But thanks for everything, man.
No,
Thanks for having me.
I appreciate you for sure.
This is dope with the 80 hours. Keep this shit going. Keep it rolling, man.
Hell yeah, we're about to keep it rocking and rolling for sure.
And let me know.
Yeah, I will.